over and over again these last 5 years that have moved very, very quickly. When I lay in bed at night, the things that fill my heart with gratitude are, I mean, they're really simple things, honestly. They're not complex, and they might not even be what you think. I love the gospel penetrating lives. That's what I love. That's what fuels me. That's what excites me. That's what, even preaching. Like, I love to preach and teach, but I only like to preach and teach because it's a means to see the gospel enacted in people's lives. Not, like preaching and teaching, it's not an end in itself. When it all comes down to it, I'm most thankful for the marriages that were either divorced and have reconciled, or men who wanted nothing to do with church and nothing to do with Jesus, who've come to know Him powerfully, of the thousands, literally, of 20-year-olds who gave up on the church a long time ago, who have come back into the village and are now falling in love with Jesus and worshiping Him all over again. I love the staff. I'm unbelievably grateful for the staff. I think they're some of the best and brightest, and the compliment I'll give them is they just love Jesus deeply, been deeply affected by the person and work of Jesus, and those are some of the things I'm most grateful for here at the Village. Over the last 5 years, I think the persistent problem at the Village has been space. And I look back and think on some of the difficult decisions we had to make, and some of the things we had to kill, things that we liked, things that we loved. Like, I remember we had several Sunday school classes that were strong and good and healthy, but we didn't have any room anymore. And then we outgrew the sanctuary in our 2 services, and we had to decide, okay, where do we put the third one? Do we put it on Sunday night? Do we put it on Saturday night? And then where do we put the 4th one? And then where do we put the 5th one? And then where do we put the 6th one? And you know, every time we made the decision to add a service, we had to engage the people who were at the Village, and we had to go, okay, this is what's happening. We need you to do something for us. We need you to, like, here's the one that everybody knows. Don't come to the 11 o'clock service. Just if you can avoid the 11 o'clock. And there were hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people who stopped coming to the 11 and went to Saturday night at 5 or Sunday night at 7, something that maybe wasn't even ideal for them, to make room for other people to hear the gospel. And this has happened over and over and over again here, every time we've added a service, to then doing the greenhouse, which was a fundraiser we did here, where we then blew out the walls and took the campus, the Highland Village campus, from 440 seats to 725 seats, down to 4 services, back up to 6 services, and we just repeated. And then God did this unbelievable thing and gave us a campus in Denton. And so then we had to say, hey, is there a group of you that will just not come here anymore? Will you just go to this campus in Denton, and there in Denton watch it on video? And they responded. I mean, 400 or 500 people responded and said, if by doing this, more people can hear about the gospel, more people can experience church like this, more people can hear this, more people can walk in this, then I'm willing. The Flower Mound campus is well, it's the same opportunity. I mean, that's what it is. It's the opportunity to create space for more and more people to hear about the gospel. And really what this means is not, like, how I see it and how I look at it, this isn't about me or the church staff or even the church having a bigger building. I mean, this breaks down to individual lives, men who want to bring their neighbors to church with them, women who want to bring their friends to church with them, wives that want to see their husband come to church, and then that there be room for them to come. And so this is another step in a long line of steps of opening up space for men and women to hear the gospel, and then to do life like we do it here at the Village. I want to make very clear, and not only this video that we're shooting, but in everything that we do here, that this isn't about money. I mean, it really isn't at any level. This is about, do we believe that God is at work here? Do we believe that He's moving in the hearts of men? Do we believe in the things that we're trying to accomplish here and the way we're trying to accomplish it? Like, if you look at the Denton campus and you look at the Highland Village campus, they have been works in progress from day one, which means we have, one of the things we value, whether we say it or not, whether it's written out in our core values or not, one of the things that we value is a little hint of ghetto-ness in what we do, because we don't think you need a lot of lights and a lot of smoke and a lot of things like that to reach people with the good news of Jesus Christ. We think the scriptures are sufficient. And so how we build, how we trick things out, how we build things out, even in the Flower Mound campus, even in this campus that I'm standing in, it's going to be like we've done everything else, where we want to spend a minimal amount of money to get the most of what we can out of this space. And this place, like the other two, will be a work in progress. And so in the end, this is going to cost money. It just is. It's going to cost money. But I believe, and maybe I'm naive here, but I believe that if you have been touched by God here, if you've come into this place and God has restored your faith in the church, if you've come into this place and the gospel has penetrated your life, if you've come into this place and your marriage has begun to heal, if you've come into this place and God's begun to stir your affections for Him again, if you've come into this place and been encouraged, if you've been ministered to at all, then it shouldn't be a difficult thing for us then to come, for me to stand up on the stage and say, hey, listen, if more people are going to get to experience what you've experienced, then this is something we've got to do, and this is what it costs, and we're going to do it smart, and we're going to do it no frills, and we're going to do it just like we've always done it, but it's going to cost a couple of bucks. Well, it's going to cost more than a couple of bucks, but I'd take care of it myself if it was just a couple of bucks. But it's going to cost some money, and my hope is that because of what God's done here, that's not going to be difficult to come by.